Welcome to Spacecraft Guide, the channel that goes over the most iconic spacecraft in the world. In this issue of Spacecraft Guide, we are going to go into how to fly the space shuttle, and we're going to show you for free how you can get even more information on flying the space shuttle. But that's at the end of this video. In this week's video, if you stay with me to the end, we're going to go over right now the rudder pedals, and when you click on them, it takes you to the rudder pedals page. And as you can see, the rudder pedals are down here by the feet of the astronaut. And what the rudders do is they command the orbital rotation around the yaw axis by positioning the rudder during atmospheric flight. So that means when it is in the air. There are two pairs of pedals. These are one for each the commander, which is on this side, and then also on this side, on the pilot side. Each contain 3 transducer channels. 1, 2, and 3 generates an electrical signal proportional to the rudder pedal deflection. So what you're doing is you're moving a servo. You're not actually moving the rudder, and that servo that moves the rudder pedals, and the rudder pedals which are on the vertical, the tail of the space shuttle. And there's also an artificial feel is provided to the rudder pedal assemblies, and that's because there's nothing connecting you to the rudder pedals except electricity. So they actually put a force in here so the astronauts can actually feel where the rudder would be, and also the forces against the rudder. So if you're trying to make a correction and the airplane is pushing against you, you will feel that. So that's all for our for our free people that have come to our YouTube channel or are watching this on Facebook. If you want to get a little bit more in depth, we are going to go into the schematics on the diagram of the rudder and how it works. For our Patreon subscribers, that's even the free Patreon subscribers, so it doesn't cost you anything. So just sign up on my Patreon page, which you'll see at the end of this video on how to do, and you'll be able to go into schematics. So if you are a Patreon subscriber and you click schematics, you will see the vertical tail. Now this is the tail of the space shuttle, and this right here is the rudder. You can see the rudder panels here. There's an upper and lower one, and then it's also, if you see, it's the speed brakes. So if we look from the top, you see this is when you're putting in right rudder, you'll see that the rudder is deflected to the right here. Well, that's going to move the tail to the left and move the nose of the airplane to the right, and that's going to counteract the yaw when you're in atmospheric flight. So when you're trying to line up on the runway and maybe there's a crosswind and you're not the nose isn't pointing right down the runway, you use the rudder to do a little cross controlling here, and that will actually line the nose up of the runway so you're not sideways when you touch down, and it's kind of a rough landing. But there's also, if you look from the top, there's the speed brake. So this rudder splits in 2, and by splitting in 2, you put it's like putting both hands out the window. That force that you're going to feel, it's going to increase the drag, the induced drag that you have, and it's going to help slow the space shuttle down whenever you need it, either if you're too fast coming in or if you're touching down and you want to stop it. So that's what the speed brake does. Now, for our paying subscribers, if you are paying and it's a cup of coffee, $5 a month, you will be able to go a little bit deeper into this with it. We're going to go into the limitations on how far this travels and how that works. So if you are a paying subscriber,